You ready for your intro? We live.
We doing it again? Okay. Oh Lordy, y'all caught me off guard that time. Okay, so I don't know what happened just a while ago, but once again, welcome everyone to 1 hour with the elders. What looks are deceiving, but our team is achieving. Nothing too great or too small. So let's talk about it. Let's chit chat and talk about it all with our one and only Peanut the General 24/7 grind, our host OG Carlos Johnson, our sister Reggie co-host Reggie Barrow, and I myself, Dorothy Harris, mother of a stunner, long live BG Derek.
All right. I didn't hear it the first time. I was outside.
I don't know what happened. We got cut off some kind of
And
way.
OG opens us up with prayer before we introduce our guest.
All right, Father God, we come to you at this time, thanking you for yet getting us through another week. We ask of you to be our minds and our mouthpieces during this time in prayer and hopes that we say something that someone can take heed to and use to benefit their lives in the future. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Gentlemen, welcome to Hour with the Elders on the 24/7 grind. So if you on 24/7 grind, I know you grinding all the time.
Thank you for having us, Queen and King.
Miss Dorothy just started us off with a good flow. Gentlemen, we just need you to introduce yourselves. We just need you to introduce yourselves and give us the information about your education and licensing and certifications as well.
Okay. You want to go first, Greg? Or you want me to go first?
It don't matter, bro. It's all on you. You can go first. I'll go after you. You heard me?
Okay. Well, look, I'm Jamal Flono. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. It's a pleasure to be on here with all y'all Saints fans. But hey, we still here, right?
Take him off right now. Take him off.
Right.
Interview is over.
Yeah, I got it. It's all good.
No, we all fair.
All good.
Bro.
Like I said, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm a sales director at this black-owned fintech company where we help people with personal credit, business funding, things of that nature, right? Our whole goal is to close the wealth gap by closing the ownership gap. So that's kind of what it is. You don't need any special certification, you don't need any special skills to kind of be part of the community. You just gotta have a heart for service and want to help our people.
All right. My name is Greg Bruce. I'm from New Orleans East. I'm also part of this fintech company that Coach Flono was just talking about. You don't have to have any special services, like he just said. You just have to have a heart to want to help people. And we grind every day, all day, every day, to do such. And we just here to share the wealth with everybody.
Okay, so take us right into exactly what is financial literacy and what do you all do from a financial perspective as, I guess you would say, financial advisors?
So it's more like consultants, right? Because if you're an advisor, you need like I said, you need those certifications we just talked about, right? A consultant is one of those things where I kind of see it as more like financial literacy influencer, right? Because influencers is like a big thing nowadays, right? People, all these social media influencers, but instead of influencing people for some nonsense, right? We want to influence people to have better finances, whether that's an 800 credit score or a couple $100,000 in business funds.
More money, right?
So that's the whole thing. So consultant means that, hey, I'm not necessarily gonna not put my hands in everything to figure your finances, but I'm gonna point you in the right direction and have the services that can help you kind of get to where you're trying to get to.
Yeah. So piggybacking off of Coach Flono, yeah, We don't advise nobody to do anything because an advisor is like trying to advise you, like trying to persuade you to do something. You already know that you need to get it done. So we just help consult you and hold your hand through the journey to actually have a better life for you and your family. So that's all we do. Is just help get it done.
Define financial stability, because a lot of people, we think a nice car, a fine house, jewelry, material things.
I take this one, Coach.
What do you think? What can you tell us financial stability is?
Well, financial stability to me is if you bringing in more money than your bills, then you're financially stable. Like if your bills was like $3,000 and you bringing in $3,200, then you're financially stable because you got $200 extra. That's my definition of financial stability. Because it all comes from the mindset.
Yep, I love that. I love that. So, financial stability is definitely about like Greg just said, having more coming in than going out, right? That's the big thing. A lot of times, most people live in paycheck to paycheck right now. We understand that, right?
Right.
So now it's about just having some fundamental steps in place in order to not always be in that place. One of my mentors always says it's okay to be young and not have any money, but it's horrible to be old and not have any money, right? Because what we understand is as we mature in life, it's a lot more energy it takes to make that same kind of money. So I always try to tell, the youth, like, hey, you 18, 19, 20 years old, go get that money. Get as much money as you can. I'm not saying do anything crazy to get some money, right? That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is make sure that you prioritize your finances in your youth, because it gets a lot. It's a lot less options as you get older, right?
Well, we're
Right.
at juncture, Greg. You said something. Take us through. If we're living, as Coach said, most people live in paycheck to paycheck. Take us through what it's going to take. If my mind is living paycheck to paycheck, and you said we have to deal with a changed mind, take me through that transformation on where I need to be if I'm living paycheck to stability. What type? Start me in my mind.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. You see this guy right here, Coach Flono? Him and Mr. Hazik Ali is the reason why my mind has shifted. You see what I'm saying? Because you got to be coachable. If you're not coachable, you're gonna blow through your money. Let's say, for instance, you make 7 figures and you're not coachable, you're gonna run through that 7 figures because you're not gonna know how to actually save your money. And you're not gonna know.
So what takes me from what I'm sorry. I was just going to say what takes me from when I get my paycheck to having that extra $200. I'm trying to get the audience to follow you.
I got you
about what you're going, Coach.
All right, so that's what we want. The terms we've coined income shifting. So what I recommend first is always start a home-based business, right?
Mm-hmm.
The reason why you want to start a home-based business is because it allows you to lower your taxable income, right? Because a W-2 is taxed at between 33 and 37%. That means as soon as you get your money, it's already been taxed already, right?
Explain a home-based business.
Okay, I got you. So the 33 to 37%, you've already been taxed just from going your job, right? Once you get a home-based business, it then allows you to change how you allocate your paychecks, and now you start paying between 20 and 22% into taxes. So the rest of that income in between, you should be using that to pay yourself first, right? You should be using that to invest in your future. We say pay yourself first means put your money somewhere that's going to get you some kind of return. Like it's been a long time that we're not just stuffing stuff and we're not just stuffing money into our mattresses no more, right? It don't work anymore. So what you want to do is you want to find some high yield savings account or to put money in, they'll start growing. That way you got a chance to outpace inflation. Now, when we start talking about home-based business, there's so many different home-based business out there, right? So some people might be, they might have a daycare in their home, right? So, some people may, knit or something like that, right? Or some people might join a company like that, like we have, where we teach you about finances and tell people about it, right? So it's so many different types of home-based businesses. I know a lot of times our tax people will kind of add one to your tax profile, which is cool, but I don't recommend staying there. I recommend you really getting a home-based business, because the biggest thing is you might as well make the extra money as well, if that makes sense.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna ask 2 questions and then we'll see what you all have to say. In preparing for tonight, I was doing a little bit of research on financial literacy. And I heard this brother say that it's more beneficial this day and time for us as a people to start our own businesses rather than work for someone else. And he said people have to get into the mindset, if they have children, to if they have anywhere from $1,000 to $6,000 invested into an IRA. So when your kids hit graduation time from high school, early 20s, they've already accrued off the interest of that quite a nice piece of change. Whereas we didn't have this type of awareness when we were growing up, or our parents to do those type of things for us. So how do you feel about investing in IRA accounts versus working 25, 30 years of your life for retirement, and 9 times out of 10 in today's economy still having to go and get another job to supplement that because it's not enough? And the other question is, what do you all think is the greatest issue with financial illiteracy in the Black community today?
I love that. So with the IRA thing, so this is one thing, right? So I love how we have all these different tools when it comes to finances now that we didn't have, that wasn't available to everybody before, right? IRA is definitely that's a retirement account, right? So it's kind of hard to put money in, and I want you to understand, because we're not financial advisors, we can't give you all investment advice. That's what that is, right? But the IRA is going to be based on what's in the IRA, kind of like the 401k. It's all based about what's in that, what's the investment that's going into. Now, with that being said, yes, put money somewhere where it's going to grow that you can't touch, because what they say is Albert Einstein said the eighth wonder of the world is compounding numbers, right? Compounding numbers is the eighth wonder of the world. It's because our mind can't even calculate how it actually works. Like, for example, if you double a penny for 31 days, do y'all know how much money that will be if you double a penny for 31 days?
How much?
Now, I know what y'all get. Numbers out there. Just throw some numbers out there.
If I doubled a penny every day for 31 days?
Yep.
Okay, so what, 2 cents, 30 days in a month?
That'd be 62 cents.
2 cents?
That's what we think, right? But really, if you double a penny for 31 days straight, that's $10.5 million, right? Because it's called compound interest. So how that works is when you put money somewhere, that's how it works. That's how interest rates work. That's how compounding works, right? So what it is it's amazing when you start talking about investments, but that's detrimental if you're talking about debt, because interest works both ways, right? So you want to put your money somewhere where it's gonna grow with your interest rather than depreciate with your interest, if that makes sense, right? So definitely put money in IRA, but make sure you get debt free first, right?
So define fast growth and slow growth while you're right there with the IRA. We like fast money.
Say it again.
I was telling Heather and Jackie good evening. Thanks for tuning in.
What'd you say, Queen? I missed it.
No,
I'm sorry.
While you here at this juncture with the Roth IRA and investments, talk about fast growth and slow growth.
Right. Okay. So like I said, so this thing about it. So you want to invest early, right? When you invest early, like so it's a certain example that we see on the internet, right? Where two people invest money, right, into let's say an IRA, right? But it can be in any kind of investment tool that gets you, a return, right? We can talk about the rule of 72. I'll talk about that in just a minute, right? But how that works is literally if someone starts investing at 20 years old, invest from 20 to 30, and never invest again, they will make more. They will have more money in their investment account than someone who starts at 30 and invests to their 60, because it takes time for it to actually get there, right? So I know a lot of times we focus on fast money, but look, you can't outpace interest, right? You might think you can, but it's like it'd be just so smart to just put some money up that you can't touch. Because I know a lot of times what we do is we touch that money, right? Some come up, oh man, I'm out of gas. I'm gonna touch this money real quick. Oh, the new Jordans came out. Let me go and touch this money, right? Oh man, my baby lost a tooth. I gotta give her $1,000 for a tooth, right? That's what we do. But we gotta understand is sometimes we got to outsmart ourselves, right? Hide the money from ourselves because.
And you just answered his second question just now.
Oh yeah, I'll have no bet the second question. I definitely forgot it too.
I remember the second question. I remember it.
Okay, but
the greatest with financial
say it again, OG.
The greatest issues with financial illiteracy in our communities was the second question. What do you think that is?
Got you. So
finish your first question. Finish the first round first, but you just answered the second question with that. That was powerful.
Yeah,
right.
Touching that money.
So what I'm gonna say this is, honestly, it's the fact that us in the Black community, our number one thing that we kind of what we have to purchase, like the biggest part of our society is consumption.
Right.
Right? We're consumers. We buy from everybody except for our community, right? So it's amazing how in the in the Jewish community, the dollar circulates
12 to 15 times before it leaves the neighborhood.
Right. So in a time span, it's like 31 days before it leaves the neighborhood. Right. In the Black community, a dollar circulates for 6 hours.
If not less than that.
Right. Yeah, because you already know some people like, oh, I got some money. Let me go spend it real quick. Right.
Right.
The thing is, man, you just gotta pay yourself first, and that's gotta be a mindset to say, hey, I can say no for right now in order for me to say yes to everything else in the future.
Right.
So do you think that's why the media puts it out there that we are the number one consumer?
Off top.
We are the,
yes, sir.
But we are the poorest as a people because
yes, sir.
We don't own it.
Let me ask y'all this, elders. In 1848, I want to say, the California gold rush, who you think made the most money? The person that stole the shovels or the people that was looking for the gold?
The white Americans made the most money in that, I'm sure.
The people that sold the shovels or the people that are looking for the gold?
I think the people who sold the shovels, because you can't look for the gold. And
there you go. And there you go, because they didn't have that consumer mindset. They knew that money was gonna come. Yes, sir. There you go. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
All right, my bad. Go ahead.
No. That's real talk. So the whole thing about it is so a lot of stuff that happens on social media is meant to divide us, right? It's always a bunch of men and women fighting each other. Like, I don't have that in my household. Me and my lady, we don't argue, right? But she also trusts me to lead. And the reason why she trusts me to lead, because I told her, hey, you know, if you give me 18 months, you'll never have to worry about finance the rest of your life, right? So she don't complain about nothing, because you see, everything I said I'm doing, I'm everything I said I'm gonna do it, because I understand discipline as well, right? So when we start talking about discipline, we start talking about stuff like credit scores, right? Because that's like one of the biggest indicators of you being disciplined is your credit score, right?
Right.
It's amazing how a lot of people don't understand that how powerful credit really is. Some people say, "Oh, credit don't really matter," right? But
right.
when you come from another country, these other countries they don't have access to credit. Either they have the money or they don't. This is the only country where you can have access to credit. You can
and have all the money you want.
Buy an asset and then make money from that asset.
Right.
And that now you're living a way better life.
So then how is it that our community as a whole, as a people, feel that they are behind the 8 ball when it comes to credit and repairing our credit? Or in present day, where do we go, or what are we doing trying to gain access to credit?
Yeah, so it's a lot of tools out there, but another thing that we have in our community is a lot of skepticism, right?
Mm-hmm.
We skeptical about a whole lot of stuff.
I don't know you, so I ain't going through you. Right.
It's really a whole lot of stuff that's good for us too. Because this is a crazy like mindset shift, right? Think about it like this. Have you ever heard the term that it's too good to be true?
Yes.
Y'all heard that, right?
Yes.
How many times have you heard it's too bad to be true?
Never.
Because that's just a shift in mindset, right? So a lot of times it's people out here that actually can help us, and the issue is people feel like those people should be povering in order to help them, right? It's like, you know, it's like, yeah, I can help you get to where you're trying to get to. It will cost a couple of dollars, but you'll get those results. Like one of my personal mentors, right? This guy named Mr. Rico McDaniel McCambry. This dude went from growing up in a single parent household in the projects, still became a millionaire by 25.
Oh wow.
He got to a situation where he got rich, right? Instead of going and doing stuff crazy, you know what he did? First thing he did when he got rich?
What's that?
He went and got married. Right?
Mm.
It's not a whole lot of money.
Man, it's not too many people that have that far thinking, like, you know what?
About them
chasing some tail, could run all my money away, right? He went and got stability, and now you know, like you know, I seen him sitting courtside at a basketball game not too long ago, sitting with billionaires because he's on the way to be a billionaire, right? But I say all that to say he put certain things in place to help us in our community, and our mission is very clear. We want to help Black and brown people.
Right.
It's a clear mission. We say it all the time, to the point where some of the rooms that we're getting put into, they don't like the fact that that's our mission.
That's our mission.
But guess what? We don't care. Right? We get to the point where we're going to help these folks, whether they want us to help you or not, whether they want us to help you or not, or whether you want us to help you or not. We're going to help you anyway.
We're going to help you.
Right? What about Greg every day is so consistent of putting the word out, and not only, you know, giving valuable information, but also showing results to people. Right? He shows results every single day. And it's like, man, what Greg told me is, he said, I'm gonna keep doing this until I help 1,000 people that look like me. And then I'm sure it's gonna change. He want to help 10,000 people that look like him, and they're probably gonna change to help 100,000 people that look like him, right? But it all starts with us participating in our rescue and and doing what it takes to be successful. My mentor Hazik Ali, it's my last. I'm be quiet. My mentor Hazik Ali told me one time, I was like, man, hey man, look, I'm doing my best, right? And what he told me was, I don't give a damn about you doing your best.
You gotta do better,
right? I want you to do what's necessary. Like this guy went from being homeless, sleeping in his car, to buying his daughter her dream car, right? To being homeless, sleeping in his car, to living in a mansion and driving a Bentley. And he did all that for helping people, not hurting people. So I thought that was powerful. So I just copied the right cat.
One of our viewers said that our credit scores matter when it makes that monthly interest rate on a loan go up higher than it needs to be or should be.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I agree.
heard in some of my research
that's one of the things that keep us from having wealth.
I can't hear you.
I said that's one of the things that keep us from having wealth. It's high interest rates, right? Because if you can get a car, a brand new car, right, and you're paying 2% interest on that car, or you can get a brand new car and pay 24% interest on that car. The difference is
credit.
Thousands of dollars. It's not, $1. You know what I'm saying? Y'all payments might even be close to the same. The difference is someone's gonna pay a lot more at the end of it.
Right.
Now, in that case, a quick question just hit my mind. Just because you said car loan, what's the difference in paying on the interest on that car loan than paying on the principal? Because I heard it said before, when you have a car note, the vast majority of that money is going toward paying on the interest on that loan and not the principal of the loan.
Yeah, I would have put up a worksheet and show y'all how that actually works, right? I don't know how to do it on this platform, so I'm not gonna pull it up. But what I can say is you always want to pay the principal, right? Because the whole thing about it is you want to hurry up get through that loan first, because they want you to pay on it longer, because that's where they make their money from, right? So you pay, make principal payments and hurry and pay that thing off.
You decrease it.
They ain't gonna like that.
And literally, sometimes you get penalized for paying stuff off early.
Right. Wow. That happened to me before.
When I was coming up, I always felt like I didn't want credit. You pay for things for cash that you owe nobody, and I felt like that was being like I'm doing good because I don't owe nobody for nothing. I didn't pay for everything with cash. So is that a part of, I would say, financially free? And what do we do with the financially free explaining and financially freedom?
To answer that question, it's hard to have cash on demand these days because America is pushing towards credit more. They're pushing towards credit more. Like back in the days, people had a lot of cash. These days, it's not that many people, unless you're in the streets, a dope boy or something, that have cash like that. Right. But nowadays, it's more about credit and assets. And what can your social security number show me that you have or that you did, so I can trust you?
Right.
And to piggyback on what Greg just saying, back in the day, everything was a lot less expensive.
Right.
Like what I'm saying, I mean, my dad said he bought his first house for like $14,000.
I wish.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Now somebody gonna pay $14,000 a year in rent, right? So that's one of the things that, like I said, is one of those things that's kind of like that mess up a lot of black people, right? Because we've been told that credit is evil, right? That's something we get told. Hey, don't get no credit card, right? Because it's gonna mess you up. But it's like, first of all, it's impossible to have good credit without having a credit card, because that's 30% of your credit profile, right? Let me see. Credit money payment higher than that's right. That's right. So the whole thing about it is, it's like at a point in time, it definitely made more sense to, you know, not have any credit. And in some cases, it's good not to have any credit. I mean, not that I'm sorry, not having not it's good not to have any debt. It's okay not having any debt, but you want to have good credit because certain things you can't participate in, right? So, for example, if you know, if we're you know an hour with the elders, right?
Right.
We're trying to buy some investment properties, right? And we get a guaranteed return of about 12 to 15% a year. And OG was like, look, all we need is $25,000 a piece. Now, if you got a credit card for $25,000, you can participate in that and be able to get your money back. Now if somebody come up with a whole trash bag of $25,000 and take that to the bank, they ain't gonna take that money.
Wow.
They won't. They're like, oh, I don't know where you got this from, because they gotta be attract the money. So one of those things is a lot of times we can't participate in buying assets because we just ain't got it.
Right. And that money could have been kept in the mattress over all them years, but that's no good money.
Facts. And then a lot of stuff get torn up, and they gotta throw the money out and ain't gonna. Wow. That's what we do.
Let me rewind for a minute and go back to the statement you made about being penalized for paying things off early. How does that work?
Yes. So before you sign like any kind of loans, any kind of installment account, stuff like that, you just want to make sure there's no early payoff penalization fee, right? Because once again, these lenders want to make money off your back. So if you're paying off early, they're not going to get a chance to make money off.
Right. Check that fine print.
Mm-hmm.
Chase got in trouble during the pandemic because of that. Chase got in trouble with the pandemic because of that, because even though people didn't have access to a lot of things and we were sheltering in place, and what they could get out of it, they may have ran in the negative, and Chase was still penalizing them for over withdrawal fees.
Yep.
But every month, not capping it. There's a such thing too that if it reached $500, we're not gonna keep penalizing you. They kept penalizing them 2 and 3 years. So it's all kind of things out there with class action lawsuits and things going on from the pandemic, from all of those penalties and fees, and that's where banks and everything
How is it legal for them to penalize you just because they can't make any money off of you because you had the funds to pay something off early? That's crazy.
Because it's the United States. It's the government.
Enough said. No further explanation needed.
Yes. So you know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of times we think it's a problem with capitalism, right? Like a lot of times we think it's a whole problem with capitalism. It's no problem with capitalism. It's the wrong people capitalizing.
Right.
So instead of trying to change the rules of the game, you just got to learn the rules of money.
Right, because it's loopholes in all of it. I'm telling you, if you pick up a book and read, everybody heard that saying that if you don't want a black person to know something, put it in the book.
In the book.
Yeah, if you pick up a book and read, you'll see there's a whole bunch of loopholes in this.
Now, based on what you all just said, I heard the guy in doing my research say that the smartest thing we as black people can do is learn diverse ways to make our money work for us instead of going to work for money. One of the myths that we have ever been told, the greatest myths we've ever been told, is that the harder or the more jobs we work, the more money we'll have and be able to save.
Go ahead, Coach.
I was say that's a fact, because one thing I kind of point out to people all the time when they have that kind of when they have that kind of mindset, right? It's like, let me ask you a question. Do any of y'all know anybody with 2 jobs?
Yeah.
Y'all know somebody with 2 jobs? Anybody?
I've had some.
Yeah.
All right. So when you had those 2 jobs, did those people have all the money that they wanted?
What was the question?
I said,
did those people have all the money?
All the money that they wanted.
No.
A matter of fact, they was kind of still living paycheck to paycheck, wasn't it?
Right. One job picking up for the other job.
Because they didn't pay themselves.
Right. So the whole mindset, the whole shift about that is we have to realize that system don't necessarily work.
Right.
Right. It doesn't make sense. Like, hey, because basically when you work in a job, you're limited by the amount of hours that's in a day. What the people understand is this L word, right? It's an L word they hid from us. It's been around for a long time, but it's been hid from black people. It's called leverage, right? So either you are leverage, either you're leveraging your money or you're getting leveraged by someone else.
Right.
So leverage just means that you can make you'll make more money with like a whole group rather than just making money by yourself. So you know what they say is, I'd rather make 1% with 100 people.
Yep.
Rather than make 100% off my own efforts.
Okay.
And while we're right here, we're going to do some rapid fire because I know our hour's winding up and we want to give you time where people can reach you and talk to you. You defined the leverage very well. That's one of the best definitions I've heard, without it getting all muckety and cloudy. But okay, so then define investing with an example of good and bad investment.
Okay, so a good invest.
Define investments.
Right. So a good investment is. I'm trying to break that down because some investment takes time, right? You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know from day one which investments are going to work.
Right. That's a hard question, bro.
Yeah. So
when investing, I'm giving my money to you. So then talk about the process of investing. What is investing? And then if there's a good or bad way of doing it.
Okay. Yeah. So it's certain tools that's safer, right? It's like what I say, high yield savings accounts are safe. You talking about if you go into the S&P 500, that's safe. It might take a long time for it to grow somewhere, but it's safe. So that's a good investment. But what I found is probably the best investment is starting your own business. And the reason is because the amounts of profit you can make, when it comes to invest, because like I said, a good investment is 5 to 8%, right? Interest, right? APR, 5 to 8%. That's a good investment. But a business, you're talking about 300, 400, 700% off the money that you make. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of one of those things where it can get a gray area real quick. But okay. I mean, that's my quick answer.
Okay, let me ask you this, because there are a lot of people, our color, of course, who probably feel this is a hopeless possibility for them because they don't make a lot of money. So what would you say for people who, let's say they work a job or they may even be on a fixed income, but it's less than $30,000 a year? How do they make their money work for them instead of them working so hard to get money?
So let me add to this. Let me get this one, Coach.
All right.
So if they make less than $30,000, or if they're on a fixed income, you're always going to have that 1 month or that 2 or 3 months where you get paid that extra check. That extra check where you can go buy some Jordans or go buy some bling to show off to everybody else. Don't do that. Invest in your future. I know y'all seen that commercial. That commercial where it said, "Don't let your future you be mad at you."
Yeah.
I know y'all seen that. Yeah. Well, you can invest in your future. You might not see that money. So, Queen, that's why I said there's no such thing as a bad investment, but there is at the same time. But if you invest in yourself in the future, you're going to be happy that you did that with that extra check, that one to three checks that you're going to get that month, making under $30,000 a year. If to answer your question, King.
Let me
I
ask you
love it.
this question. Or in the music industry, we know that the rappers portray a lot of jewelry and fine fancy cars and all of this stuff. But behind there, there's a bigger picture. Can you explain that picture to us, with the tax write-offs and everything, to the people who go out there and want to bling bling all their money away?
Right,
What
right.
would be a bigger purpose?
So in the entertainment is that's a business expense. That's a tax write-off, right?
Right.
And a lot of that stuff they don't own anyway. Let's be honest with
Right.
you.
Right.
It's very few artists that's really making money like that, right?
Right.
So the idea is I'm gonna show you all this stuff so you look up to
So
that.
you can go get it.
Yep, but it all you do is selling her image that people want to try to replicate. So
Right.
a lot of times, and there's ways to do that. We can write it off. You just got to become a business, right? Once you
Right.
become a business, you write all this stuff off. And
Mm-hmm.
OG Lowe's, I want to piggyback on the question because I love how Greg answered that question. It's another way you can do it too, though. You can literally invest $20 a paycheck, right?
There you go.
Because if you don't have $10,000 saved up, that means that for the last 10 years you couldn't save $20 a paycheck.
Yeah.
Right. So hide that money from yourself. If you put in something that's high yield, then first of all, it'll double a lot faster. The rule 72 is kind of breaks down how how money doubles, right? If you got a 1% interest rate, it takes 72 years for the money to double. But if you got a 2% interest rate, then it takes 36 years for that money to double. But if you got a 4% interest rate, now it only takes 16 years for that money to double, right? So it goes down. That's the rule 72. So you want to put your money somewhere where your money doubles a lot more. Most bank accounts don't even give you 1%.
Right.
So why would you put our money in these checking accounts, saving accounts? They don't make you no money. It don't make sense. My bad.
So what would be the best out of a bank and a credit union?
If bank or credit union, if it don't matter. So a lot of times we be like, I'm gonna get a credit union. Credit union is good for a relationship, yeah, but most of them still aren't giving you no high interest rate. So I highly recommend. All you gotta do is you can go Google high yield savings accounts, and it'll pop up all the time. Now you see 5% and 6%, 8%. You be like, oh man, that's
10%.
And that way you put your money somewhere, and a lot of stuff is still protected. You just can't touch it as fast as you could when it's a regular checking account.
In our community as a whole, where do you think we make the biggest mistakes financially?
Trying to impress your brother or your sister, going outside trying to flex all the time, repping on somebody, knowing that you really don't have it, but you making everybody you putting on a facade for everybody to think that you really have it, but in your mind, when you go outside, like that song Michael Jackson made, "Man in the Mirror." You look at that man in the mirror, that man in the mirror ain't got all this. They had them J's, that Balenciaga, all that Benz outside, but everybody else don't know that. Yeah. That's our biggest problem.
I like how Chad Johnson was like. They asked him. He was like, I don't change you had. And yeah. NFL, he's like, yeah, all of them was fake. He said, can anybody question Chad Johnson? Ain't nobody question me. He's like,
Anthony Edwards just said that too. Anthony Edwards just said that too. Matter of fact, he just said that.
Yeah,
he just.
So when it comes to mistakes, the biggest thing is, I love what Greg said. That's also an amazing answer too. But also, we have to start working together. Right? we are so much stronger together than we are apart. That's why they try to make us divisive.
Right.
They're trying to convince us that black on black crime is a thing, right? Crime is based on proximity. It's way more white on white crime than is black on black crime.
But not only that, crime doesn't have a color. There is no such thing as black on black crime, white on white crime. Crime is just crime. Anybody can commit it. We don't hear black on Asian crime or white on Puerto Rican crime. You feel me?
And the reason why we don't, because it's based on proximity. It's based on who you're close to. You know what I'm saying? If there's a bunch of black people in a white people neighborhood, it would be, if mixed neighborhoods have a lot of crime against each other. It ain't just black people killing white people or white people killing. It's based on who you're close to. So it's about coming together and actually going towards a worthy cause and pushing each other at the same time.
Tell our people why is it important to have collateral? What's the purpose of us having collateral?
So we start. I mean, collateral. Okay, so collateral is one of those things where it has you. What's the word I want to use? It has you be able to not secure the loan. I guess secure would be one of it.
Secure is a good word,
but it's not secure. I'm thinking about it. It basically said that you're responsible for this, right? Because if you don't, then
I'm keeping this.
Right, whatever you put up, right? I'm missing the words. I'm coming to in a minute, but oh man,
you have something of equal value.
I'm sorry. It's a personal guarantee. That's what it's called. You get a chance to be it's a personal guarantee that you're gonna pay for the loan. So collateral is important if you got it, but in the beginning, a lot of times you won't have collateral, right? So you got to start buying assets so you can't have some collateral eventually.
And that's a good point, because you said about the collateral. When I didn't have a good credit score and I needed to get a loan, I couldn't get a loan. But then when I don't need a loan, now everybody trying to give me a loan. Explain how does that work?
So let me ask you a question.
When I needed the loan, I needed the money. So now it's like, what in the world?
So let me ask you a question. If you have a friend that's always broke and asks you to borrow $100, are you gonna loan $100?
Right.
You got a friend that
only with the condition knowing I'm not gonna get it back.
Correct. and that's how these banks feel.
Right.
Like, I'm not keeping this money
because I know I ain't getting it back.
Okay. Now, piggybacking off of what you just said a few minutes ago about unity between us as Black people in conducting and growing business. Oftentimes, we hear, I'm not going to shop with him because I went in there, he's going to want to give me a discount, and he know me. So, you know, plays a big part in why we are missing out on being able to grow our own communities, because we can't differentiate business from friendship.
All right, so to answer that question, because I still believe that we can get the Black Wall Street back that we had in Tulsa, Oklahoma back in the day. I believe that. But we got to come together. Like Coach Flono said, we got to come together. But to answer your question, OG, family do it too. Family be the first ones to do it. They'll come want to do business with you, but they'll want a discount or they'll want something for free. Or they're going because they're gonna try their hand. That's just our mind frame. We got to get out that mind frame. But they'd rather go to a complete stranger that has a name on social media or somewhere and pay full price, but they won't do it with you. And that's just anybody.
Right, and the value of the product isn't even as good.
Right.
Man. Like I don't know, it's some I don't know why we always feel like the other man ice is colder.
You know what? I was just
Say that one more time.
I was just about to say that. Oh my God.
Hey, I'm about to take that one, bro.
Oh my God. I was just about to say that.
That was smooth, bro.
I said, OG Lowe's. I said, I don't know why we feel like the other man ice is colder.
Hey, that was shy.
That was about to cop out.
That was shy.
This is the thing, right? Because a lot of times, a lot of good people have turned their back on our own community because it becomes more of a struggle, right? And as soon as they go, work with other communities, now they're a sellout.
Right.
Now you don't forgot where you came from.
Right. But when I tried to work with you, you didn't want to do business.
Man.
That's why I say the greatest mistake we made as a people. Now, don't get me wrong. My grandfather died a civil rights martyr. And I respect what Dr. King did, but I truly believe the worst thing we've done in that era as a people was fight for segregation with them folks. We should have stayed separated, but fought for equal rights along every other line of humanity. Y'all can stay over there, we'll stay over here, but everything else we won't eat.
You got to take that away.
They're doing all the rest of the community.
You got to take that away. And as soon as we were able to cross that line over there in the Mayberry, we lost everything.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you like this, OG Los. And this for y'all too, Queens. You too, Coach Flono. Before our people came over here to this country, we had all the gold, all the minerals, and all the riches. And they had a book. They had a book. When our people came over here, they switched it and bamboozled them and gave them a book and took all the minerals, all the gold, and all the riches. You see what I'm saying?
It's like that in some contract.
So
I'm sorry, OG.
So I was gonna say, and the part that's crazy is right, because I say all the time, my parents was born during the civil rights movement, right? Because y'all some of my elders too. So I know that if y'all weren't born in the civil rights movement, y'all more right after, right?
We are the benefit. We have reaped the benefits of the civil rights movement.
So this is my thing. Civil rights movement happened, right? And people were fighting to go eat at these restaurants and get there in the food one season. Ain't that crazy? And the food wasn't even look, I water hole and take my dog, and the food nasty.
Right. Dude, stupid.
I love one of the words about coming to your own rescue. I love that phrase, coming to your own rescue. Expound upon that as we wind down. I know everybody has a place to go, but as we wind down, please share with the audience why is that important? Your own personal, why is this important to you personally? And why should we come to our own rescue and financially, and give us some steps to come to our own rescue?
Well, my mentor, both of my mentors, Mr. Haziq Ali and Mr. Jamal Flono, both told me that you can't wake up in the morning and wait for somebody to throw the raft out in the water for you to come get out the water. You got to want to get out yourself. And steps to do that is like we explained to y'all earlier about investing in yourself. That's one way to actually do it. Another way to do it is actually find somebody who's like-minded as you and come together. And I guess you still got to invest in stuff and invest in the business and actually start becoming a person, not a consumer, but a seller, and start selling your product. So like anything is possible when you have that mindset. If you don't have the mindset, then you will never do it. You'll always be going to 9 to 5. You're gonna be working till you're about 63, 64, 65. Then you're gonna retire, and then you're not gonna have the youth that actually want to go out and travel the world no more because you're gonna be too tired because you done gave the government all this time. Now you can go ahead, Coach Flono.
Nah, that was good. And yeah, I see. It's like, hold on, I'm talking about 6'3", 6'4".
Right.
No disrespect. No disrespect. No disrespect. No disrespect.
Talking about y'all because y'all on here right now, right? But my thing is talking about participating in your own rescue, because this is the thing, right? If you're not participating in your own rescue, anybody that comes to rescue you can risk drowning too. Right. So it's like just like Greg said, throwing out the life raft, right? The thing about like when you're on an airplane, they always say put your mask on first before helping anybody else. So you got to start helping your own self first before you can help anybody else, right? So going back to what we do, with financial literacy influencers. So you'll see us posting about what's going on with our credit. You'll see us posting about how I helped my niece with his bankruptcy alternative program, and now she's back to a 700 credit score. Instead of filing bankruptcy, she was able to get out of debt in 6 months rather than waiting 7 to 9 years for the file for credit, paying the bankruptcy, right? Or how my dad has a trucking company, and we got them over $100,000 in business funding, right? Participate in your own rescue. So what I tell people is what we're doing right now is going to change how Black people look at Black-owned businesses, right? We're going to get rid of the whole stereotype of, they're not professional or they're too slow or, we're going to get out of that whole mindset. What I tell people to do is you can Google us. This is what I want y'all to do. Everybody can hear my voice. I want you to Google Nove Money Review. Somebody Google Nove, Novae, Money, Money Reviews, Reviews, right? Google Nove Money Reviews, and then get back with Greg, and we'll answer all your questions about how you can get started, not only working with us, or if you just need help with some of the services that we got.
And in closing, tell our people how can we turn no credit, bad credit into good credit.
Okay, so once again, all you gotta do is get back with Greg. Greg gonna walk you through the whole process. we got a couple different ways to do it, right? We got what we call the FAS method. And only reason call it FAS is you can get started tonight and start
money.
Say what?
NoveMoneyReviews.com.
Yeah, I'm gonna type
to put .com.
I'm gonna type in the chat too.
Yeah,
I know y'all can post that stuff on the screen.
It's a Google search, OG.
Yep, you gonna Google.
I'm looking on Google now.
Yep, but it's a fast process where you can start tonight. Use our AI-driven technology and start, have them do your credit profile and break down everything that's going on in your credit, right? And then print your letters out and mail your letters out tonight if you want to, right?
Right.
And we got a convenient way. The convenient way is we got a whole team that does that for you, right? And that comes with a 6-month money-back guarantee.
That guarantee.
Which basically says, right? And I should have put that in the other chat, right? My bad, y'all. Which basically says that if you don't get any results working with us, we don't deserve your money. Take your money back.
Okay.
Right.
And then the last option would be to come on in our community, right? Get supported by a bunch of other Black and brown people that want to see you win while you're working on your credit, make money during the process. I tell people all the time, if you didn't improve your credit anyway, why not make money during the process?
Like we doing.
I
just had to throw that out there.
I mean, that's just what it is. So, I mean, that's all I got. I was trying to type it in the comment section. I couldn't type it in. I put it in the private chat for y'all. So I don't know if y'all want to put that in the comment section. Nove Money Reviews.
Okay.
Definitely get back with Greg Bruce on Facebook. Or how you want to find you, Greg? My bad, dude.
You can find me You can find me at Greg Bruce on Facebook. That's GregBruce on Facebook. Greg Bruce on Instagram. Email address is helpfromgreg@gmail.com. That's HELPFROMGREG@gmail.com.
Okay. And also y'all can just look me up on fintechwithflono.com. Fintechwithflono.com. I'm trying to. All right, cool. Fintechwithflono.com. FINTECHWITHFLONO.com. You can book a consultation, or you can follow me on social media in front of that link too.
Say that again, just a bit slower for those who didn't get it. I just want to make sure you get your information.
I got you. It's Fintech, FINTECH, with Flono, WITHFLONO.com. Fintechwithflono.com. And then, like I said, you can book consultation with me on there, or you can follow me on social media on there as well.
Any other? Right. I know we're a little after 8. Are there any other questions? Anything else need to say before we close out? It has been fabulous. Miss Dorothy, Mr. OG, you have anything for the gentleman on this evening?
No, I'm good.
We thank you for the education. I will be contacting y'all eventually.
We here for you, Queen.
Thank you.
It's very important.
Hey, thank you for having us.
Very important.
Financial. Come back anytime.
Great show. Great show.
And I'm gonna say this too. Before I get out here, make sure y'all rise.
Hey, nah, don't no. Hey, I already knew you were gonna do that. Nah.
And as we close, let's close the hour with the elders. Thank you for being with us in the 24/7 grind on another dope segment.
Oh, you know he was out of here. He was out of here with you today.
He got it.
Hey, I already knew what he was about. I knew what he was about to do. That's why I like no.
Where we bridge the gap on information, experience, and wisdom, dropping gems and jewels for those who are committed to making a difference in their community.
Hey, God bless y'all. Y'all take it easy, you hear me?
I should have brought way more talking stuff. I should have brought way more.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. All right.